Hey guys, and welcome to the weekly vlog. I'm here in, actually I better not say, I'm actually in a secret location doing a bit of filming for somebody, and you'll find out about that in a couple of weeks hopefully, when the video comes out. But anyway, this week is all about overtraining or overtraining syndrome, so let's get stuck in. Right guys, so overtraining syndrome, or overtraining, or doing too much, basically not getting enough rest, doing too much running, all that kind of stuff. And it can happen to most people with regards to marathon training. They tend to do loads and loads and loads, and then they feel tired, feel exhausted, don't know why, all that kind of stuff, basically overtraining. So to avoid that, I took a down week. And it's one of the reasons why I'm here today, because it kind of fitted into my schedule about not being that busy this week. But actually I ended up being busier than normal this week, so that kind of doesn't make any sense. On Monday I did my recovery run after the Fulham 10k. The Fulham 10k was an awesome event. Check the video out if you've not done that. And then I did the, oh hang on a sec, I just need to check something. Right, sorry about that. Yeah, and then Tuesday I had the Hearts, or the Hertfordshire Sports Awards. We was nominated for 4 awards, which was very cool. First year ever being nominated for something like that, so that was an amazing task for us to actually get nominated. I know I've got to go down here. So that was pretty cool. And then on Wednesday I then went to the Winter London 10k launch party. That was great, but I had to shoot straight off because I then had to get back for my adult class, because we did a couch to marathon class on a Wednesday. So that was that. Thursday we have the juniors, which was great. The kids are doing amazing. Friday I was going to do a run, but I thought, you know what, I'm meant to be resting this week, but I feel more exhausted than anything else, so I sacked that off. And yeah, there you go. And then Saturday I didn't run because I've got the Silverstone half marathon on Sunday, so I've ended up being busier this week than normal. It's been absolute chaos. But one thing I did do on Wednesday was catch up with Freddie. Now, if you've not seen last week's video, Freddie has got a ballot place for the London Marathon. Now, he's done absolutely no running. I mean, 0 running in his life. But he managed to get a ballot place in the London Marathon, which is unbelievable. So, Freddie comes along to our sessions on a Wednesday, and basically we're going to be following his journey as he goes up to the London Marathon. This week I sent him off to get some shoes because he was running in a pair of shoes that didn't have any shoelaces. So I sent him uptown, and this is how he got on.
Right, so I'm on my way to Nike Town in Oxford Circus to try and find some running trainers. As you know, my Yeezys without the laces aren't the best running shoes, so right, I'm in Nike, and it is the loudest shop I've ever been in. I don't even know if you can hear this, but I'm about to go to my appointment. So the man used a technology that Nike have where they can measure the size of your feet, and he's measured to say that I'm a size 12 due to just the fact that when you run your feet expand, and then it gives enough room for your feet to expand and to give your legs enough support. So I just got in from Nike, just got home and got some new running stuff as well come through the post. I haven't got the trainers with me now because I ordered the grey pair instead of the black pair, just because I wanted the grey pair instead of the black pair. But yeah, it was really good experience with the marathon professional at Nike Town in Oxford Street.
So Freddy Shoes came in. I saw him Wednesday night, and he looked like a proper runner. He had all the gear on. He had his grey Nike Pegasus 36 on. Yeah, and he was doing really well, so I'm really proud of him. This week, I basically sent him off to do his 3 runs, so we'll find out next week how he got on. But yeah, so stay tuned to watch Freddy's journey. So yeah, overtraining, I've kind of got 7 or 8 tips to try and avoid overtraining. First tip to avoid overtraining is the 90% rule. It's a real easy one to do, that basically in your runs you should feel like your running or your workout is about 90% capacity. So yeah, it's going to be hard, yeah, you're going to be, you know, working out and all that kind of stuff, but actually you probably could have done a little bit more. You don't, but you probably could have done a little bit more, so you're not blowing every single session out of the water. And that's really important, because you need to leave that little bit left. So then for your recovery, then it speeds up your recovery, and then when you come back, it's easy to do that. So try and stick to that 90% rule. Right, tip number 2 is to enjoy those easy runs. In your training plan, you're going to have a few easy runs, hopefully. You're going to have your speed work and all that kind of stuff. But really, really, really enjoy those easy runs. Just take a little bit of a step back. You know, let your mind relax, let your body relax, and just take it easy on those easy runs. Right, tip number 3 is to respect those rest days, and that's something I don't do too much. In your plan, you're going to have a couple of rest days in there, hopefully, and you really need to make sure that you are resting on those days. A lot of people say, oh, on those rest days you should be cross-training and doing this, but try and allow yourself at least once where you're literally just doing nothing. Right, the next tip is to follow the hard easy rule, and what I mean about that is try and avoid doing the same thing over and over and over again. Repetitive exercise, repetitive hard exercise can be the worst thing you can do during marathon training. So whether it be, you know, you're doing the same route every night and it's got hills in it and you're running it really hard, worst thing you could do. Try and find a flat route part of, you know, or just mix it up, or run your route backwards, something like that, and maybe do half of it easy versus hard. You're going to be doing some damage to your muscles if you're using the same muscles over and over again and you're doing a lot of intensive work on them. So say, try and follow that hard, easy rule. Right, the most obvious tip I'm going to give you is sleep. Now, it might seem the number one thing to do, but you'll be surprised because, you know, you do a run on the way home and you've got that runner's high and you're buzzing, you can't get to sleep, all that kind of stuff. Now, in my training, I go to sleep, try and get to sleep at least 1 hour before normal, right? So let's say I usually go to bed at 10. During marathon training, I'm going to bed at 9. Those little things can make a big difference over a 17-week plan. Sleep is so important. It's where your body recovers, it's where your mind rests and all that kind of stuff. So try and factor in a little bit more sleep. Right guys, so the last kind of tip I'm going to give you is to know the signs. Constant aches and pains, feeling lethargic, kind of fed up with life, not looking forward to your runs, actually persistent aches and pains, and just generally not feeling it, not feeling the love, not looking forward to your runs, all that kind of stuff. After your runs, you just feel like, oh, what am I doing? All that kind of stuff are the sort of telltale signs that you may be overtraining. It's really important to factor into your training plan at least a week within that 17 weeks, or even 2, where you have a down tick. I'm not saying don't run, because that's the worst thing you could do, but like this week, like I did, I only did 2 runs this week and I got a long run on Sunday. And that's what's important, is to say, to try and find those weeks where maybe you've got a big volume coming up, or you've just come out of a big volume that week, where you can have a down week. It will do you the world of good, and it will avoid this overtraining syndrome. Right guys, so there you go. Overtraining, I wanted to talk about it because it's really important, and people, especially new people who are doing marathons for the first time this year, they don't even think about this sort of thing, and it can be a real killer because you hear about it and you see it in the Facebook groups and all that sort of stuff, and I get people asking me, like, in like 8 weeks time they're knackered, they don't feel like it, and injuries are cropping up and they're worried because they've got a pain here, pain there, and it's a simple thing, they've just not rested their body. So try and do that, try and factor in. Hopefully these tips have helped. I'm going to go back to work because I've got to get some work done today, so I'll catch you next week.